But the people who have suddenly found their voices against the sale of state assets, I believe that they should have questioned how GNTC bakeries at La, GNTC bakeries at Kumasi, GNTC bakeries at Takrade, GNTC supermarket Dansoma, GNTC supermarket Kanda, GNTC supermarket at Ringway, how Kumasi Catering Rest House was sold, how Ambassador Hotel was sold, and the beneficiaries of all these properties over a period of time, and how ownership has changed over a period of time. And some of them are still within the NDC and still holding on to these properties. The worst of it, or they've not even developed them to add value. Some of them did not even pay for it and all that. For me, I think that where we are today, yes, it is true that we must speak up. We must speak up for matters that we are not happy about. But due process must also be followed. I think the civil thing to have done is what perhaps the organized labor has done by sending a petition to the president. The president has acted on the letter by sending referring the letter to the labor minister to engage with Senate, TUC, the board, and all those that matters in this matter. So, if you don't want the president to work, then if you think that the street will be a better forum for you to resolve this matter, then there shouldn't have been a petition to the president in the first place. Because if you trust in the judgment of the president and you've sent a petition to the president is working on it, that you are aware of, then you think that the next thing is to be on the street. Then you are finding the street more an appropriate forum to seek redress than, or you want to twist the hands of the president, irrespective of the outcome of the investigations. Is that what they are telling us? We must all learn to follow due process, unless, of course, the president's decision, after the report from the labor ministry, you are not happy. It is one allegation after the other. The president cannot act on allegations, except fact-finding report on which the president will act. And the process has started. That's why some of us are restraining ourselves not to speak to matters even before the report is produced to the president. Right. So I think that this hitting the street to find gain political advantage of it, I mean, who in the subsequent weeks begin to update Ghanaians how 300 companies ended up with some individuals, and today they are pontificating more righteously than the Pope himself. Stay tuned. They will begin to update Ghanaians.
Will you support Honorable Ablakwa's private members bill that he seeks to introduce in Parliament? And the bill seeks to prevent political office holders and politically exposed persons from acquiring state assets.
I think that is laughable. Randy, I'm a politician today. Does it make me less a Ghanaian than anybody else? If legitimately by law, I have business acumen to engage in legitimate business, that bars me from doing business, but a pastor can engage in business, what kind of thing is this?
So you don't agree?
I won't support it.
Okay.
But we must make sure that every individual, irrespective of your background, you don't unduly abuse the process for acquisition of an interest in the business. Why? In Parliament, don't we have laws to be permitted to engage in legitimate business? So you'll be permitted to engage in legitimate business and you fold your arms behind you because you're a politician? What are they talking about? We must do legitimate business, and that's where the argument must go. Okay. If he's bringing this private member bill, we must retrogressively go back and see how 300 companies were sold under his regime as well.
Your constitution does not allow you to.
No, I mean, you can go back and investigate. But they are calling for, they brought a motion to Parliament to investigate how people were recruited.
No, this is a bill to enact a law.
No, I mean, that's not. I will also call for a probe into how 300 companies.
But you are the government. If
no
you want
problem.
to investigate,
I mean, this one, he is coming as a private person. I could also go as a private person to seek the leave of the president, the speaker, to set up a committee to do that. I mean, when we are doing this one, because you are a politician, can't you legitimately work?
Wait, clarify this for me. What you just said.
That.
I just want some education. Can the Parliament of this eighth Parliament?
Yes.
Can it investigate issues that predate it?
Of course.
Okay.
There's a motion to investigate how people were recruited in the Ghana Armed Forces in 1993.
Okay.
Circumstances that led to, I mean, I saw something like that, and I was.
You filed it?
Yes, and you also did from 2009.
Okay. No, we did from 2017.
Okay, so you did from 2017. Okay, then we should claim back. We should go back and
but Randy, let me say this. Sylvester is all over the place. making some
I'm
arguments.
I'm here with you.
All right.
All over where?
Let's be
I'm all over
let's be very
The
clear.
man is not in Golo Kante.
I'm here with
It's
you.
all over the place, including Western region.
Acquiring
Keyboards.
You see, please.
Now, Article 284 is very clear.
yes,
It says a public officer
yes,
shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office.
Yeah, that is.
This is the point I've made. I'm saying nobody is barring Brian Champon from doing business. In fact, he's been doing business. But we are saying that this kind of business is not permissible for him to do.
How?
If he wants Rock City to do this, then he should resign as a shareholder. Yes, that's what we are saying. Because you see, or he should resign as a minister of state. All right?
I don't know.
Because what we are saying is that his present portfolio as a minister of state is such that pushing his company, which is Rock City, you've made the argument that the two are separate entities and all that. But you know that it is in these circumstances that the veil is perforated to see who is the controlling mind behind the company. As we speak, my brother Brian Champon hasn't conducted himself as a separate entity, legal entity from Rock City. He's been speaking in support of the transaction. I have watched him on TV.
Yeah, you're making another very valid point. How come to that?
Good. He's even said on TV that, Okujeto is his colleague from PRESEC, and that if he has concerns with these matters, he ought to have engaged him quietly. He has said this.
that was on radio.
Yes, on radio.
Hold on, a minute. He said that he's been briefed.
I have listened to you carefully,
okay,
and I was quiet. So I am saying that he's highly conflicted.
You weren't quiet.
Now,
He's highly conflicted. He's highly conflicted in the matter. So he has interest in other things. You think we don't know? We know.
But you also have interest in other things.
Me?
You think we
Where?
don't know? You think we don't
Show
know?
me. I don't have interest.
The fish in the Peku water.
No, it's a Gemini water.
But better there it is, you think we don't know? The catfish, you don't think we
But
don't know?
nobody is raising those matters.
Yes.
We are speaking of this one, this new transaction. We think that it smells of, it's a classical case of a conflict of interest situation. So it should desist from that. Two.
But there's an appropriate forum to determine conflict of interest matters.
Good.
You are before the appropriate court. And you are still on the street.
Good. And I'm
so
saying,
what is the position?
Hold on. This constitution.
You don't even believe in
Hold on.
in
This constitution mandates any person who decides, like Randy says, the two are not mutually exclusive. The fact that I am before SHRAG doesn't bar me from
going on the street.
Using it's a constitutional right to demonstrate, to establish my protestation against a certain public transaction that I have strong feelings against. I can mobilize people to conduct that demonstration within the remit of the law. And the police will protect me and ensure that I do that in accordance with laid down procedure. So, Okujeto is saying that in addition to being before SHRAG, I am bringing this also to bear. It's a form of pressure to bear. That is how you do it. You don't take cudgels, machetes. When we disagree, we go to court.
You've done that before.
So once you are in disagreement,
you've done that before.
Hold on. You've raised the issue about 31st December, acquiring properties. If you disagree with those transactions, nothing precludes you from going to court to have those transactions open and investigated. In any case, in consonance with our criminal jurisprudence, there's no time bar in investigating a crime. So if you feel strongly that a crime has been committed, investigate it. The way we are also in court seeking for some other transactions to be investigated. So this matter, don't be so pained by it, my brother. You are too emotional about it.
No,
are you linked to it? You are linked to the football team. You are not linked to Rockson.
Diabolical Rockson.
We also told that Rock City is also not doing well.
You are told.
I'm
By
told.
who told you?
I'm informed.
Who told you?
That they are not doing well.
Who informed you?
that they
The
are,
only way you can know the
they are not
performance
doing
of a
well.
company
Yes.
is by the books,
They are
official
not
records.
doing well.
Who told you?
So where are your official records?
Don't speculate.
I'm not
Don't
speculating. I say I am told.
Don't speculate.
I say I am
you
told.
are told. Who told you?
I'm told.
Disclose your source.
No, I'm told.
Disclose your source. Disclose your source.
As a public officer,
Disclose
my
your
sources
source.
cannot be disclosed.
Disclose your source. I mean,
You
when
have
you
to
sit,
go-
you
you have
sit
to
here
go to
and
court.
you say you are told.
You have
How
to
do you
go.
come by you are told?
So if they are also in distress financially, how come they are acquiring other state assets?
So you must get a brief of the
You
tender
understand?
processes and
So-
the tender document.
So let us
Okay.
take our time.
I'm
and
sure
look into
winning the
this
tender
matter.
bid is not solely on the basis of how one other, because you see,
And let me finish. I'm not done.
Yeah, we need to finalize
Yes,
on this. We need
let
to-
me finish. Colonel Foriata, as Minister of Finance, gave government business to his company. They were earning fees, and they are still earning fees from loans that we take. Edu Buahi, as Deputy Minister of Finance, gave government business, transactional business to his company that was earning fees.
I don't know.
Why? Why is it that when you guys are always in government, then you give government business to yourself?
I'm not aware.
Today you are here talking
It's
about
not a subject
DIC
matter for
transactions.
It's like